Hi yogis, it's me Vicki. Welcome back. Today we'll be practicing chair yoga. This class I will do mostly in the chair, but I will also be standing up during a section of it. If you would like to stand up, you can, but you don't have to. So today, now I haven't posted a video in a while, so I would really like you to be able to share this video with your friends, especially those that cannot get out of the house, are stuck in the house, or they just want a nice chair class at any time of the day, right? If you will find in the lower corner of my screen, there will be an icon with my picture on it. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, just hover over that icon and click on subscribe, and you will receive any other videos that I post to YouTube. So enjoy today. We are sitting in our chair on a mat. So your chair is on a mat. All four corners of your chair are on the mat, right? But I'm scooched up a little bit so that my lower back is not to the back of the chair. So I'm sitting somewhat forward with my feet on the ground. If your feet do not touch the ground, you're welcome to bolster those feet up with some blocks underneath. Hands on the lap. And let's take a moment just to sit tall. That means lift your heart center up, relax your shoulders down. You might even want to roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. Just exhale out, let the shoulders melt back and down so that eventually your heart can lift up and you sit tall. Chin parallel to the ground, crown of the head to the sky. I'm offering you a mantra for today's practice. I will repeat it a few times during class. If it helps you during this class, feel free to just repeat it in your head or out loud along with me. The mantra is this: my body is a vessel that houses my spirit. Today, I will hold space for myself. Allow yourself to breathe, maybe even closing your eyes, finding your inhaling and exhaling. Letting the chest rise with the breath, the ribs to expand with the inhale. And exhaling, allowing the carbon dioxide to release from the body along with any stress that you might have today. Inhaling in again. Exhaling out any stress that you might have today. My body is a vessel that houses my spirit. I will hold space for myself today. Let's take 2 more breaths just like this. Allow your sitting bones at the base of your pelvis to melt a little deeper into your chair as you breathe, as your heart lifts a little bit higher. Exhaling out any stress. And then when you feel ready, just float your eyes open a little bit more, just so you can see the screen and see the movements for today. Let's go ahead and take the arms behind us. So holding your chair on either side of your hips. Feel free to extend the arms as back as far as you can hold without forcing. Then on your inhale, lift the heart a little bit more. Allow the middle back to arch as the shoulders draw back. So the gaze might shift up a little bit for cow pose. Good. Now release that. Slide the hands back to the thighs and round the back slightly as if you're drawing the belly button in. The shoulders now somewhat forward for cat back. And we'll flow these two movements. Slide the hands back. Inhale to cow. Exhale, hands back on the lap for cat back. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. 3 more times with your own breath. Just at your pace. Just concentrating here on moving your spine as you breathe. Last one. Exhale to cat. Release the stress. And slowly back to center. Beautiful job. Now let's leave the hands at the sides of the chair for a moment. And see if we can just slide this left fingers down a little bit as we lift the right shoulder a little bit and just tilt. Good. Come back to center. And now the other side. Slide your right fingers down. Lift your left shoulder. Just tilt. You may feel your head kind of turning there as if the ear is trying to turn up. Good, back to center. Now let's do that again. Now if it feels good for you, allow that right arm to lift the elbow up a little bit so that the tilt becomes a little bit deeper. Back to center. Let's try the other side. Just tilting. Now the elbow might be lifting this time if that feels good. So we're opening up a little more space in the vessel, in the body, right? Let's do the elbow lift again for those that want, or you can leave the arm down. Inhale and open. Exhale and release. Now, final option, you can stay with the elbow, or some might bring that whole arm up and over for a big stretch. And exhale down. And then the opposite. If this is too much, just go back to the elbow. Working at your own availability, your own body's availability today. That's what we always do in yoga. We just work with what's here today for our vessel. And exhale down. Beautiful job. Now, on your next breath, let's inhale both arms up overhead. So the palms of the hands face, fingertips reaching to sky. Exhale, bring both hands to your left hip and shift your gaze left. Keep the lower body perfectly still. We have not moved our legs or our hips. Now inhale those arms back again. Turn your whole torso from the belly to the other side and drop the arms to the hip, or hands to the hip. Twisting. Let's try that again. Inhale, turn, drop the hands to the hip, or to the chair is fine. You may feel the breath a little more in the belly here. Let's inhale up again, turn, and exhale, melt into your twist. One more, inhale, turn, twist, and exhale. Inhale, turn, exhale. Good. Now inhale back to center. Let's bring the hands to the heart, lifting the thumb up, or the heart up, excuse me, to reach the thumbs. And staying tall with our posture. Let's bring our hands now back behind where we did for that cow pose, and try that cow pose again. Inhale, lift the heart, arch the back. Exhale, come back to your cat back. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders back, like you're trying to pinch something and hold it between those shoulders. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to your cat back. Very nice job. Let's come back to center. Now, can we lift both arms up in front of us, palms down? And then turn the palms up and turn them so that over time you're trying to get the pinky finger side of the hand up towards sky. Good. Now rotate the shoulder again so the thumb side comes down and the pinky side comes up. Notice how this feels on your shoulders. Bring them back to palms down and back to your lap. Good. So we're checking into our shoulder rotation, right? Let's try it differently now to the side. Palms down, right? And then when you're ready, try to flip the palms up, bringing the pinky side of the fingers, right? The pinky finger up. And you feel that rotation, almost like you're reversing the direction of the shoulders in a way, right? Rotating them backwards. And now let's turn, palms down, but keep rotating so the thumb comes down and the pinky up. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. Notice this. How does this feel for you? Back to center, palms down, and hands to the lap. Good. Now let's work a little bit on the legs as we ground the left foot. Can we lift the right knee up? I'm going to hold the side of my chair gently here. Exhale down. Let's try the opposite side. The knee lifts up just as high as you can. It may not be too high. That's okay. And down. Same thing again. Now notice if you're tipping back with your low back, keep your low back off the chair, the heart lifted. Exhale down. Inhale, knee lift. Good, exhale down. All right, now this time, on our right leg, inhale up. Can we open to the side? Just to get a little, right? So we're trying not to move the body too much, just from the hip there. Back to center, exhale down. Let's try the left, inhale up, open to the side, if you can. Stay strong, back to center, and down. Good. Let's go back to the right side. Now as you open to the side, if you want to try, let go of the chair with your right arm. Bring it up. Core strength here. Bring that knee back into the front and lower leg and arm. Good. Let's try the left side. Inhale, knee up. Open to the side. If you want to try, lift that left arm up. Beautiful. And then back to the knee lift in the front. Exhale down. Great. Readjust, right? Sitting tall, readjust. This time, right knee lifts. Can we press the heel out in front? And then come back to the knee lift and exhale down. Inhale, up, press. I know this is a little harder. Exhale, down. Good. One more each side. Inhale, press out. back to the knee lift and down. Last time. Inhale, press out, back to the knee lift, and down. Beautiful job, readjust. All right, now, can we start to walk the legs wider? We're going to go into some warriors, right? So the way that we generally do this is, and we're all going to be a little bit different here. We're going to see if the left toes can point out to the side. Now, if your foot is not on your mat, in this particular warrior, you could slide your chair back so the two back edges are off the mat, and that's okay. I want to make sure your foot is on the mat here. So, the left foot, toes out to the side. Now, your right foot, toes are forward, or a little bit sort of pigeon-toed in, right? So the feet are in two different directions here, but generally the heels are a little more in line. All right, and then scooch those sitting bones to the edge of your chair. Bring the legs as wide as you can. If you can walk them a little wider, walk them wider. Your left leg will be bent at the knee. Your right leg is going to try and straighten out as much as it can with those toes facing forward. It may or may not straighten out, and that's okay. It may be very bent. It doesn't matter. We're in our warrior two. So our arms are out. Now the palms are down. So basically the hips are facing forward here. This is a big opening in the hips and legs. Can we turn the head to the left and look in that direction? Stay tall and strong. Now let's drop the right arm down and inhale the left arm up for reverse warrior. Turning the palm to face you and maybe a little back bending if that feels good. Yay for yoga, right? My body is a vessel that houses my spirit, so holding space for myself today. Let's exhale to side angle. Your left forearm will be on your thigh gently, palm faces up. Right arm up in the air if you'd like to try that. There might be someone watching this video with that right arm extending over to the left, and that's fine. A little bit more. Good. Now let's go back and forth a little flow, right? So inhale to reverse warrior. Left arm comes back up, right is down. Exhale, side angle. Good. Hang on. Breathe through your legs and hips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Smile on our face. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful job. Let's come back to warrior two arms, gazing over the left arm, breathing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lift the heart to your thumbs. Be proud of what you've just done. And now just bring the hands down. Let the legs very slowly come back in. No rush, right? And the hips are thanking you. Okay, we're going to reverse direction. So now our right leg comes out to the side with the toes to face the side wall. The left leg, toes will face forward. Or a little pigeon-toed is fine. The heels are generally lined up in more of a sort of a horizontal line there. And then, of course, this right knee is bent, so you're in a lunge. Hip bones are facing forward. This is our warrior two. So let's bring our arms out to the side, and now we're gazing over the right arm there, breathing. Can we try reverse warrior? Let's drop that back arm. Inhale. Palm faces you, and you'll feel a nice opening through the front ribs there and the side ribs a little bit. Exhale, side angle. where that right forearm comes onto the thigh, the left arm in the air, or for some, over the head, towards the side wall. Now let's try to flow this. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Good. One more. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Beautiful job. Back to warrior two. One more breath, nice and strong. Hands to heart. Heart lifts up to thumbs. Be proud. All right, now slowly release the hands. Start to walk the legs back together. You might want to shake out a little bit, move a little bit. If you feel that you're able, we'll stand up. If you would rather not, stay in the chair, and that's perfectly fine. Those that are standing up, let's turn our chair for the low side of the chair to face us. Okay, so we're standing tall with the low side of the chair facing us. So I would say our feet are about 12 inches from the chair at the most. All right, we're standing in mountain pose with the heart lifted, shoulders back. Inhale up and exhale like a bird. Hinge from your hips, swan dive to forward fold, hands to the chair. If you want to try, start to walk your feet back. Back to downward facing dog. So your feet are probably going to be all the way back towards the edge of your mat. And the torso will start to lower, almost as if the heart is coming towards the earth, right? And the crown of the head forward. Now in this downward dog position, see if you can lift your hips up. It's a very subtle movement. So the hips lift as the heels push down a little bit more. Taking 2 breaths. So we're lengthening the backs of our legs and we're lengthening through the shoulders, through the upper back and through the middle back. Good. Now very slowly, shift your gaze forward and walk back towards your chair about 5 inches away where you started. You may want to soften your knees just a little bit. Draw the belly in and reverse hinge yourself all the way back up. Take a little heart lift at the top. It feels like a little back bend. And bring the hands back to the heart center. Very nice. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Stepping back to downward facing dog. And stretch it out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Now, those that want to try a little variation in downward dog, see if you can pick up your right foot and extend the leg back, toes down. There's a little balancing here. This is called a 3-legged dog. So we can lift that leg as high as we'd like to, or as low as you would like to keep it. It can be any height, it doesn't matter. Working the muscles of the back of the leg. Now let's let that release and walk back to your chair. Soft knees, reverse hinge your body. Inhale up, little back bend. Hands to heart. Smile on our face. Okay, one more. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive to fold. Stepping back or walking back to downward facing dog. Long back, long legs. We've been here a couple times now. You should feel your back body starting to open up. Good. Those that want to try, continue breathing. Lift your left leg off the mat. Maybe the leg is coming up a little higher. Maybe not. Stay strong. See if the leg can lift. Maybe it's not going to lift. Maybe it is going to lift. Maybe it's only lifting an inch, maybe 6 inches. Maybe hip height, doesn't matter. 3-legged dog. Slowly bring the leg down and walk back to your chair. Good. Inhale, reverse hinge, back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Let the stress release. Good. Stay here if you've had enough. If you want just a little bit more, I'll offer just a little bit more. Okay. So let's inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Now stay here instead of going to down dog. Let's just stay right here in this little fold. Can we lift the right leg from here? Just like we did on the 3-legged dog, we'll lift it here. Let's see if we can do a little balance. So if you have the leg lifted, again, doesn't matter what height, can we bring the opposite arm out past the chair? Snuggle your wrist close to the back of that chair so you've got connection there. Arm to chair and breathe. Maybe another breath, right? Using our core muscles now to hold this spinal balance. All right, exhale, release the hand back to the chair, release the leg back, soften the knees, inhale, little back bend, hands to heart. Good, let's try that on the other side. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive. You're in your fold, right? So now the left leg or the opposite leg, whichever one you didn't do yet, lift that one up. Might be just an inch, might be a foot off the ground, doesn't matter. As a little more balance, you could take that opposite arm, snuggle it against the chair back, and just see if you can balance there. So your gaze is actually down, but the chin is off the chest. So the gaze is down and slightly further out than the fingertips. 2 breaths, hang on. Exhale, release hand, release leg. Reverse hinge and come back up, little back bend. Hands to the heart. Beautiful job. So now let's take this chair and turn it back the way that it was originally, okay? In the center of the mat, all 4 points of the chair on the mat, and come to the left side of your chair, holding with your right arm, that makes sense, into the chair. So we're going to try a pose called tree pose. You don't have to hold on to the chair. You can hold the back of it, you can hold the side of it, however you'd like to try it. But we'll shift the weight to the foot that's closest to your chair and unweight your opposite heel. Now, if you'd like to try, let's turn that leg out. We did something similar earlier as we sat in the chair. The knee came out to the side. Can we connect the bottom of that foot to the opposite leg? It can be lower down, or it can be at the calf. Doesn't matter. We'll see if we can bring this left arm up to sky for our tree pose. So balance in our practice also holds space for us, but it's very important that we practice our balance. Very, very important, especially as we age. We just don't wake up one day and have fabulous balance. It's something we have to practice on a regular basis. It's very helpful as we maneuver around our homes, around the neighborhood, around to our workplaces, wherever we're going. Balance, balance, balance. Good. Let's exhale, release the arm, release the leg, shake it out a little bit, and we'll move to the other side of the chair. Holding on, or not, to your chair. So the leg that's closer to the chair will be your supporting leg this time. The opposite heel lifts. And when you're ready, turn that so you're rotating out from your hip, not from your knee. So it's the hip that starts that rotation. The knee is just bent. So the bottom of the foot can stay low to the ground, or it can move up. Now, if it's challenging to rotate the knee out, over time, that'll get a little easier. It may feel like your knee is a little more forward, doesn't matter. Over time, it will start to rotate outward this way. And then wherever you have the bottom of the foot, it doesn't matter, right? As long as it's connected somehow to your ankle, and to your foot, or to your shin, and we'll lift that arm and breathe. If you get off balance and you tap down, just try it again. Right? We have no choice in life sometimes. We have to just try things again. If we fall, we get up. We try again. Just holding space for ourselves. Reminding ourselves that our bodies are vessels that simply house our spirit. So we have to take care of them. One more breath. Beautiful job. Let's bring everything down. Shake it out a little bit, or you might just want to do some gentle twisting side to side. A little twisting. And just let it go. Nice job. So we will sit back down again in our chair. Around to the front. Sitting back down. We're still at the edge of the chair though. So our lower back is still away from the chair. And our feet are flat on the ground. So we're where we were when we started. Now I want to revisit our cat and cow for a moment. Hands behind. Lift the heart up. See how this back bend feels now. It might feel a little more free than the first time you did this. Then hands on the lap, find your cat back. Notice the work that you've done. Let's flow this a little bit back to your cow. Exhale to the cat. 2 more times. Inhale. Cow. Exhale. Cat. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and back to center. Very nice. Let's bring our left arm down to the chair and inhale that right arm up. Now we did this before, right? We did this before. Now, see if you can bend at that elbow this time and maybe just dangle that forearm down. Your fingers may touch the back of your neck there. And you might be able to spin the gaze up towards that elbow a little bit. So we're getting a little deeper now. Exhale, release everything down. Good. We'll try the other side. Our right arm is down. Left arm comes up and over. So now we're in a deeper stretch, maybe than we were before. Some of you might want to bend the elbow now. Bring the fingertips down at the bottom of the neck. The head spins upward. Breathe. Taking maybe just another breath. Exhale, come back and release. Roll your shoulders, maybe even figure 8 them, just rolling back in a backwards direction. Let everything go. Let your neck feel loose. Good. Very nice. All right. Now, for our last twist of the day, we're going to bring our legs close together for the first time. So the legs are touching. Now, let's go ahead and inhale the arms up. So we're taller. Exhale the hands to the left hip. Now, can we take our right arm, open the palm of the hand, and bring it so that the wrist faces up, the palm of the hand faces up, but the arm, the forearm, is against your thigh. Then leaning forward just a tiny bit, you could slide that arm down just a little bit towards ground. And as you do, go ahead and shift your gaze to the left. Roll your shoulder back, your left shoulder back. Keeping that connection of right arm to the leg. If this is good, stay here. You're in a bigger twist now. If you want a little bit more, this is big. Lift that left arm to sky. Breathe, whatever you're doing right now. This is our pinnacle pose of the day, right? We've worked to this. One more breath. Exhale, release everything and come back to center. It's a little twist that we just flowered right open there. Nice job. So the legs are still close together, right? We're going to try this on the other side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist with both hands to the right hip. Now turning your left arm, palm up, wrist up, snuggle it tight to that thigh, right? And then just leaning forward a tiny bit. Keep your belly nice and tight. Sliding that arm down as if you're going to at some point reach the ground, but you're not really doing that quite yet. The whole time now, let's roll this right shoulder back. Shift your gaze. The whole time we're keeping that tension on that thigh, right? And now, finally, if there's anyone that wants to try to lift that arm and just flower this little shape open, this little twisted shape. We'll call this a twisted chair, right? Or a little twisted chair. One more breath. Exhale, release everything and come back to center. Beautiful job. Now we'll separate the legs one last time so that the knees are more hips distance apart. And let's pick up our right leg. Now if you're able to cross it over at all, past the other leg, go ahead and do that. If it doesn't work, you'll be staying down at the ankles. If it does work, bring it over, and a couple of you might be able to work towards the ankle on the left thigh, like a figure 4 shape. So see how far this goes today with the movements that we've done. And we want to keep this right foot active, so keep the ball of that foot pressing out. Just letting the hands be soft. It might be nice to put that right hand on that thigh and just gently press. Stay tall in the torso, shoulders back, heart lifted. Breathe. This is our pigeon shape in yoga, our pigeon pose. It looks like a figure 4 shape. Now we're going to stay here for a little while. We have 3 more breaths. Holding space for ourselves today. Hang on. 1 more breath. Good. Now, can we slowly release this leg? Bring it down. Move side to side a little bit if you need to. Good. All right, let's ground the right leg, bring the left one up, and then cross it over wherever you can cross. Ankle, knee, or for some, the figure 4 shape with the ankle onto the right thigh. See what's working. Adjust if needed. We don't force any shape in our practice, right? So your left hand could gently press the thigh in the pigeon shape, keeping the left foot active, the ball of the foot pressing out, heart lifted. Dim the eyes and breathe through the sensations. Maybe 3 more breaths. One more. Good. Now slowly take your time. Release that left leg. You may want to bring your legs wider and just windshield wiper the legs out a little bit. That means just kind of sway the knees side to side. We're going to move into our resting pose now, called Shavasana. So for the first time today, when you bring your legs back together, you can scooch back in your chair for the first time. Let your lower back just be against the chair now so that you feel comfortable. Hands on the lap. Some of you watching might want to just come off your chair and lie down, and that's okay. So we're going to stay here. Please stay here for approximately 4 minutes. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Just breathing, giving your body time, giving your mind time to assimilate this practice. My body is a vessel that houses my spirit. Today I will hold space for myself. Breathe, breathe, relax. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste to all of you.